The memories. The memories.
Welcome, everyone, to the second fabulous episode of Ranks for the Memories, where we rank your favorite and least favorite things. Thank you for listening. I am Eric, and with me is the amazing Dan. Hello, Dan.
Hello.
Dan, we've got some great topics today. We're going to talk about one-hit wonders.
Ooh.
Then we're going to talk about the most hated sports athletes of all time.
Hate them.
And then we're going to get down and dirty, talking about the best specialty pizzas with a special pizza expert, a guy named Brian Hernandez of the U.S. Pizza Team.
U.S. Pizza Team. Awesome.
But now let's go to something just as tantalizing, the world of one-hit wonders.
Ooh.
Boy, I really opened a can of worms when we start talking about this because everyone's got opinions. And
Yes.
I've been listening to music this last week a lot, and it's been haunting me. And I had my list, and I would listen. I'm like, ooh, that's a good one. And then I'd hear another one. Ooh, that's a good one. There's just so many out there. Music is so wonderful, and there's so many one-hit wonders. It was so difficult to do this.
Yeah. And there's so it's so likely that if you get a hit that you're not going to get another hit.
Yeah.
You know,
that's very true. Though the music world is so hard that I guess there's probably more one-hit wonders than established bands, I guess.
I like to call wonders oneaters.
After my favorite Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I thought going into this that all of my favorites would be from the 80s, because when I think of one-hit wonders, I think of the 80s.
Sure.
And when we did our crowdsourcing, I think most of the suggestions were from the 80s. But I think when we looked at our lists, mine were not. I think you did trend a little bit there, but it is a more interesting list than I would have thought.
All right. Well, let's. Do you want me to go first, or do you want?
Yeah, rock it.
Okay. So my number 6 is "Video Killed the Radio Star," 1980, because this was the first song which was played on MTV, and you could have renamed the song. This is going to be our only hit we ever make. So iconic song played on MTV.
Mm-hmm.
You know, video killed the radio star, and then what is it? Reality TV killed MTV. They should have made a song. Now there's like no music videos, and everyone's listening to Spotify and streaming services.
Interesting that something that was such an important part of our life is now extinct.
Gone. The way of the 8-track. So, and then number 5, the Macarena. I don't know if you remember that song.
No, what can you sing it for me?
Durka 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 durka.
Yes, that one. I remember.
I mean, it made it into an Austin Powers movie. Chances are your parents and grandparents even learned this in the 90s. I mean, talk about the power of a one-hit wonder to make teens and grandmas do the same dance at a wedding.
Now, do you have this on the list because you respect its place in history, or because you enjoy this song?
Oh, absolutely. The first thing you said.
Okay, got it.
I do not like the song at all.
I thought so, but I wanted to make sure, because I did feel guilty for not including some places to have their right in history, their spot in history, and the Macarena is one of them. Like you said, every wedding ever, and probably maybe for all time, maybe.
Yeah. So in full disclosure, the first 3 on my list are not songs I like. The first 3 are songs I respect.
Okay.
And then my top 3 are the ones I actually like. Okay. So number 4, "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley, because of the iconic Rick roll. I mean, this has to be one of the most played songs ever.
I do like that you can prank song with music. That's pretty fun.
That is pretty fun. And he seems to be an interesting dude. And he looks so young in that video.
He looks nothing like his voice, which is incredible.
Right. I love that. Number 3 is "Take on Me." I loved that video growing up.
It is a great video.
And I love every cover of this song. I listened to covers of it on bluegrass, jazz, you name it. If I can find a cover for this, I will listen to a cover. It was my phone ringtone for a while.
Nice.
Number 2, I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles. You know this one.
Yes, I do.
Yep.
I wish we were rich and we could play clips from the songs. Wouldn't that be nice?
I just think this is so catchy. And was it How I Met Your Mother?
That's right.
They like played this on loop.
It has a special place in my heart just from How I Met Your Mother. Yeah, Marshall had that tape in his car, and his POS car, and they got stuck in there, so they were forced to listen to it.
And they're like, "Oh, it's a great song," and then after a while, they're like, "Oh no." But I feel like whenever this song comes on, I will listen to the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 1, this is a weird one. It's Hooked on a Feeling by Blue Suede.
Ooga Chaka.
The Hooga Chaka song. And I love this because it's so weird. Like,
it's very weird, isn't it?
Someone was just like, "Hey, we've got this pretty melody. Let's start saying Hooga Chaka. Let's ruin it. Hooga Chaka." And it's so weird. And the first time I heard it, I remember laughing. And then I was hooked. I was hooked on the song like they are hooked on a feeling. Like,
I'm wondering if I heard it before Reservoir Dogs came out, or I know Reservoir Dogs solidified its place in history, but I wonder if I had already known it before or not. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's just, I love everything about the song.
Yeah. All right. That's a good list. I appreciate it. As always, I can't do anything normally, so my list will be way different than yours.
Okay, let's hear it.
The one thing I do regret that neither of us have, it was nice that you put Macarena in the list as an ode to a kind of a nod to wedding songs. Neither of us have Vanilla Ice on our list.
Yeah, and, I took it off. I had it on, and then I'm like, oh.
I did too. I had it on and then took it off.
Mm-hmm.
That's another song we played at every wedding for all time.
Yeah,
and everyone knows the words and everything, but I just couldn't put it on. I wound up going with songs that I like myself.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean, everyone should like them because I have the best taste.
Well, and so, Vanilla Ice, he did have a couple other hits. Ninja Rap.
That's true. That was a huge one.
Ninja.
If your song is featured on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, it is a big hit.
Yeah.
That's very true. So not a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
That's why we don't have him on the list.
That's we intuitively knew.
Speaking of that, I was going to put Jesse's Girl on the list, but I did a little research, and Rick Springfield had other hits, so I reluctantly took that one off the list. I like that song a lot. I think the words, I think it's a very well written song.
Yeah,
and I love Escape, which is also known as the Pina Colada song by Rupert Holmes. Laughingly, I'm like, oh, I like all his songs because I've listened to Yacht Rock, and he's got one called Him, called Answer Machine, and they're great songs. But turns out Him was also a big hit. So I had to take him off the list too, because that's not a one-hit wonder. And we're nothing but accurate on this podcast. So with that being said, here is the 6th best one-hit wonder of all time. It's called All I Need by Jack Wagner.
Ooh.
In 1985, it was the number 2 song behind Madonna's Like a Virgin. So, it had a potential to go, but stymied by one of the greatest.
Is Madonna a virgin?
I will have to ask her. She's going to be on the 3rd episode of the podcast. So we'll ask her next week.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Remind me that'll be one of our follow-up questions.
Sounds good.
I love this song, obviously, because it's great. But also, when it came out, I was doing a lot of watching the soap opera General Hospital. Obviously, like we all were. And Jack Wagner was an actor on General Hospital. Oh. So when he had a hit outside General Hospital, they're like, let's work this into every single episode.
Wow.
So he'd be like walking down the street, and then like someone's like, hey, sing us a song. And then he spelled out All I Need. So I heard it a lot, and it was just made my day. Great.
Well, that's great. And you don't hear of a lot of actors making a hit song. I mean, John Tesh, he's never had a hit song, makes a lot of music. Sorry, John.
Sorry, John.
Person.
I know he was a faithful listener.
Yeah, he's out now.
The 5th best one-hit wonder of all time is Seasons in the Sun by Terry Jacks.
Oh,
In
nice.
1974, it went number one. I
Old
love
school.
songs that tell a story. Those are my favorite of all time. And this one tells a very sad and moving story about someone who's dying and
Oh.
just his feelings about death, talking to his dad, talking to his friend as he's leaving the earth. Very, very powerful song. Seasons in the Sun.
That's great.
Yep, it was great. I'm cheating here with number 4. And do you remember the movie? Oh, now I forgot the name of it. The one with Coolio, the one with the Coolio song in it.
No.
Gangsta's Paradise. You remember that movie?
Okay.
Yes. I don't remember anything about the movie. I'm not going to say Gangsta's Paradise, by the way. But in the movie, Michelle Pfeiffer is a teacher, and she's got a terrible, terrible Southern accent. But she talks about the Dylan Challenge. And so all I can think about this is I want the Verve challenge here.
Wait, is this the movie where there's like a white savior that goes into a urban high school and like makes the kids hear about life?
Exactly. Yep. Save the ghetto.
Interesting.
So I want the Verve challenge. In the late 90s. Do you remember Verve Pipe and the Verve all came out with big hits with a year of each other? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who did which one. So I limped them together because they're both fantastic. One was The Freshman, which was a fantastic storytelling song. When I hear it, it's a man remorsing about his the abortion that they had to have, and it totally was a building block for one of my favorite songs, "Brick" by Ben Folds 5. And so I love The Freshman, and I also love Bittersweet Symphony, and they both were just solid songs. One of them was the Verve, and one of them was Verve Pipe. And I don't think it really matters at this point because I don't know who decided to name both Verve in a year of each other, but great songs.
I don't even know what Verve means.
I think our podcast has lots of it. Verve. Maybe. Unless it's bad, then we don't have
it. Yeah. Am I allowed to Google Verve on a computer?
Yes. Let me know if you get shut out.
Oh, Vigor.
The third one.
Vigor
what
and
is it?
Spirit.
What is it?
Vigor and Spirit or Enthusiasm.
That's us. Let me use some Verve to talk about the third best one-hit wonder of all time. Send Me an Angel. It was featured on the Teen Wolf 2 movie.
Wow.
Where I fell in love with it. That
was with Justin Bateman?
Yes. Good call. Mm-hmm. A very nice replacement for Michael J. Fox. If you could, no one can.
Seamless. Almost.
It was seamless. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I like the writing too, because it's like, let's see. Let's have a guy who's bad at basketball and then becomes a wolf and's good at basketball. Shoot, what are we going to do? Let's just change, cut and paste boxing for basketball and way have a hit.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, 1989, Jordan was on the scene. Any kid in the United States was wishing they could turn into a Teen Wolf so they could finally be a little bit like Michael Jordan. Yeah.
Send Me an Angel was on that movie, and also Rad and The Wiz. Two other movies I loved a lot.
The one with Fred Savage where he plays Mario Brothers.
Wizard. Yes, exactly. The Nintendo movie.
Wow.
Love that song.
Interesting. I'll have to go back and watch those movies.
Please. And listen for Send Me an Angel.
Send Me an Angel.
It is by a band called Real Life. So you know it's a good one-hit wonder because you couldn't tell me that it was the band name to save your life.
Nope.
To save your real life. The second best one-hit wonder of all time is Return of the Mac, 1996 by Mark Morrison. I don't think I liked this in 1996, but since then I've heard it in movies and commercials, and I'm hooked. I absolutely love the beat of this. It just infiltrates my very soul when I hear this song.
Okay. Well, I will have to admit, a lot of your songs, I would not be able to hear in my head unless I looked them up.
That's why I wish we were playing this, because but it was the second best hit at one time. So someone out there thought it was good.
Yeah.
This gives us a lot of chance to turn off our podcast and Google the music, which is exactly what we're looking for in viewers and listenership, right? Is people that stop listening to our podcast.
Yep. Stop.
And the best song of all time, one hit wonder or not, is No Rain by Blind Melon.
Ooh.
If you don't remember that song, you'll remember the video with the bee girl.
I do. Oh, that song, I could listen to it about once.
A minute. You forgot to finish your sentence.
This is the almond joy of songs for me.
As what else would you expect from me?
No, this is great because I actually find it really annoying. So that is wonderful. I wouldn't like it if I wouldn't like your list if I loved your list.
Thank you.
And that's what
Appreciate
makes
that
it
somehow.
fun. So what do you like about it? So I can crap on that.
Well, I'm probably biased because Shannon Goon, the lead singer of Blind Melon, was born and buried in none other than Lafayette, Indiana. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Great song. It was, it came out in 1983 when I was heavily into alternative music, but still too scared to listen to like hard alternative music. So this was like the easy listening of alternative music. That's where it really hit with me.
It is easy listening, and well, for some, and it was. They're a little whiny for me. They're a little whiny. Like I'm, and in my, this is my bias coming out. I'm owning it, and now I'm trying to fight it. But they seem like whiny hippies in the music video, and I think had I not seen the music video, I could listen to it better.
The B girl ruined it for you, or their faces ruined it for you?
The faces. I'm a horrible person.
You know what? You don't like speaking of the dead, but you are right now.
Okay.
I think our viewership, I keep calling them viewers. Our listenership is dropping massive right now.
Massively.
People are furious right now with you. I assume.
And it's okay because I'm sure if they saw my bass, they wouldn't like it either. But
true. So true.
Something about them, and I didn't. This is before I knew they were from Lafayette. It didn't resonate. Is it the worst? No. Would I ever choose to listen to this song? No. If Eric had it on in the car,
all queued up. No, we don't.
If Eric had this in the car and I was riding with you, I would let you listen to it though.
Thank you. This was my ringtone for a long time.
Was it really?
And I had a hard time answering the phone because I get caught up in listening to it. I missed a couple calls that way.
Well, after we're done recording, we'll have to listen to these.
I think that's a great idea.
Should we move on to our
let's
category?
I think everyone disagrees with you enough that we need to move on.
Okay, these will be good. I think we'll. It's easy to hate the same things. It's harder to sometimes love the same things.
That's true. It's easy to hate in general.
We are a country founded on hate. Hate for the English. We started out hating the English.
That's perfect. Hating things.
Hating things. All right.
We asked you guys, the listeners, who the most hated athlete was, and it was kind of rewarding because, I think the people that we nominated, people nominated, also really deserve it because there was a lot of people that shared this. A lot of the same people came up over and over again.
Yeah.
The people on these lists really deserve our disdain for what they've done, either on the field or in most cases off.
They deserve our verved scorn.
Verved or vervacious?
Vervacious.
Dan, I'm going to go first because gives you more. I need less time to save up your energy to trash my picks.
No, okay. Fair enough.
The sixth most hated athlete of all time is Aaron Rodgers.
I can't disagree.
If you'd asked me 10 years ago, it'd have been Brett Favre, because I'm a Bears fan and I don't like the Packers. But time heals all wounds, so I've forgiven Brett Favre for most of his things. But Aaron Rodgers, even though he's not a Packer, made the list for being a Packer, but has stayed on the list for just being a very odd human being.
And his confidence.
Parents. Yes.
His confidence, I think, is what solidifies people's dislike for him. Right? It's one thing to have odd beliefs. It's another thing to be so confident in your brain power.
Yes.
And lack of,
that's so true. You have the smartest person on the planet, isn't he?
Just ask him. Right. So it's like in psychology, we have the Dunning-Kruger effect, and this idea that the less you know about the subject, the more confident you are in your ability. And then it's like he should be in the textbook for that.
I'm glad you agree with me.
Yeah. Plus, I don't like that the Packers always have good quarterbacks.
Yeah. Until now, hopefully.
Yeah.
The fifth worst hated athlete of all time is a hockey player, believe it or not, named Brad Marchand.
Okay.
Brad Marchand is very famous for tripping, punching, elbowing, very dirty player. In fact, one year he got voted the best trash talker in the NHL and also the worst trash talker in the NHL.
Oh,
I don't know how you do that. That's the only something that Brad Marchand can do. But the reason he makes the list for me is because he went up against the Lightning several years in a row, and he had a strange practice of licking players from the opposite team. Licking.
gross.
A grown professional athlete would go up to other grown men, professional athletes, and lick them.
Did they? Well, here's the thing. Did they have lotion on? Because my dog will do that when I put lotion on my legs.
That's I would imagine when you're playing on the ice, you probably do have to be well lotioned.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what it is.
Is he part golden doodle?
What's the ugliest dog? 'Cause he's pretty gross looking. He could win the ugliest dog competition ever,
Okay.
for sure.
You really do not like this guy.
No, he's hideous.
And he licks people.
That's weird, right? It's really weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Usually when you don't like someone, like liquor will be like the tagline on your insult.
It's going to be now.
It's going to be now.
My fourth most hated athlete is someone I wouldn't have thought about because it happened so long ago.
Right.
But I want to thank an actual figure skater that I know that reminded me about how much we have to hate this person. Hashtag we have hashtag Team Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the entire country hates to this day Tanya Harding. Yeah, that was one of the most incredible things that's ever happened to us as children, I would say.
Yeah, she hired a guy to whack this Nancy Kerrigan's legs.
Yeah.
Oh,
amazing. And there's been a couple of great movies about it that I enjoyed. This is a good segue into our upcoming Olympic-themed podcast we'll have in a few weeks. As we get closer to Olympics, we'll have an Olympic-themed one. But Tanya Harding, terrible human being.
And, she had the potential to be a hero rather than a villain because hers was a rags to riches trajectory, whereas Nancy Kerrigan was more privileged, had a nice life, kind of looked like she rode horses. I'm assuming she did.
She definitely had horses.
And so Tanya could have been like the underdog who came from the, rougher side of town and made something of her life. But instead,
I hate to say it, but I think you couldn't take the trailer trash out of the. You could take the trailer trash out of the trailer park, but you couldn't take the trailer park out of the trailer trash. What is it? She just couldn't overcome.
She couldn't overcome.
Yeah. Sorry to all of our trailer park listeners out there. We do value your listen.
Absolutely. It's primarily our listenership.
Yeah, which is really weird that I would attack them. The third most hated athlete of all time is quarterback Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston hopefully has grown up a bit. I saw a documentary where he lived, so I do feel bad. He grew up in poverty in Alabama, but he had a very tough college career that somehow was just swept under the rug, and he was drafted number 1 by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He stole crab legs from a grocery store.
Okay.
He shot up windows in an apartment building.
Not great.
He was accused of rape. And he
can't really make a joke about that one.
Nope, no jokes on that one. And he hard to joke about this one too. He stood up in the middle of the cafeteria in his college and said, "Grab me by the," and then a anatomy word for females, a female anatomy word. Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Pretty classless person.
Okay. Did he lick people?
Yep. He probably did as well. I'm going to say without a doubt he did. He licked the crab legs. And all those things just got swept under the rug, and he continued to be allowed to be the number 1 draft pick in NFL that year. So I thought that was pretty disgusting.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's on my list.
Yeah.
But not as high as I'm cheating again and doing a combo package.
Okay.
Basketball players from Duke University.
The whole team.
If you played or will have played, are currently playing or will play for Duke University as their basketball team, I hate you.
Number 2 is for you is Duke University.
Duke. Yeah. when we were kids, I couldn't stand Bobby Hurley. I
And
couldn't
now-
stand Grant Hill.
Is it his brother or his dad? Who's Dan Hurley?
It's his son, I believe.
Son. You're
I think
right.
it's his son. Yeah, which
Okay.
is also really annoying.
But he's so good at coaching. Stop
Yes.
it.
And then
Yeah.
Christian Leitner, so hated that they even have a 30 for 30 called "I Hate Christian Leitner." I mean, so this isn't a me thing.
right.
You make a whole documentary about hating Christian Leitner. I mean,
Yeah.
the whole world hates these guys.
Yeah. Well, he did end up on the Timberwolves.
That is punishment, I guess. Isn't it?
Now it's not, but back then it was.
Yeah. And then more recently, Grayson Allen. I don't know if you remember him. He was a notorious tripper. He tripped people nonstop and just kept being allowed to be doing it. I thought it was disgusting.
What about Grant? You put Grant Hill?
Grant Hill. Yeah, he just because he was in that same era and also just knocked out all my favorite teams.
He seemed likable as a person, though. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but was really good. So
Oh, I
played
see.
for. I don't know if you remember. He played for Duke University.
Oh, Duke, right. So he's automatically number one.
Yep. I don't know if you remember that
Sure. So Krzyzewski, would he be
Yeah,
on that list?
on the list.
On the list. Okay. Hasn't redeemed
the-
himself with the being the Olympics coach.
Yeah, he did redeem himself a little bit.
Didn't Leitner play in the Olympics too?
Yes, he did. Oh, they slapped a college player on there.
Did you hate him on the Olympic team?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. I'm glad your hate stays consistent.
That's if anything I'm good at, it's consistent hate over time.
I
Over
can,
a long
I
period
can
of
vouch
time.
I can vouch for this. I'm
I'll
not gonna
hold a
bring,
grudge, man.
I'm not going to bring up examples,
Thank you.
but I can
Is that
vouch
the
for
one
this.
reason you're still nice to me? Is so you don't get on the list?
I just
Is it
don't,
fear or
I just-
friendship? I don't know.
Don't want you to do something
Thank you.
like
And the worst athletes of all time,
oh, here we
people
go.
that betrayed me
Mm.
and a nation.
Mm.
Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa. We're coupling them together because
Because of
I'm
their
sure you
home runs.
remember. Yes, the home run race. It
But didn't
made
you like that?
baseball-
Weren't you
What I
excited?
loved it. I loved it
Uh-huh.
at the time.
Ah,
Baseball was the most exciting it's ever been. I was living in Chicago at the time, and we would open up the newspaper and pore over the stats every day to see how many home runs everyone had. It was exciting every day. It was back and forth. McGuire hit 3, Sosa hit 3, McGuire hit 2, Sosa hit 2. It was exciting.
so exciting.
It made baseball the greatest it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
Which you're saying, well, why are you
Yeah,
say
well-
number one on my list?
Yeah, why would you not like that, right?
Well, it turned out they were cheap.
Oh,
They were there. I know.
They had
Our younger viewers.
they had
don't know this.
cliff notes. They were
There's
using
an asterisk. There's a
Chat
giant
GPT.
asterisk that they were taking performance enhancing drugs, Dan, and
my
all
gosh.
those home runs were a lie.
And here's the thing about steroids. They work really well. Now, to all of our listeners, we're not advocating steroid use. It destroys your body and enlarges your heart, and you're probably going to die young of a heart attack.
And you'll never make it in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
You'll never make it. They will eventually, though, probably. But holy cow, you just taking steroids and not lifting weights, you gain more muscle than lifting weights and not taking steroids.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's a reason why baseball's juicing.
I hate those guys.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
They betrayed us. They betrayed our nation's pastime.
and I wonder, this is another discussion for another day, but at what point do you just say, hey, you're professional athletes, do what you want. If you want to live till you're 35, but experience glory, go for it. I don't know.
And I think I'd be okay with that. I think if they just announced it though, but
Right.
to lie and hide
Yep.
is really hard to
It
accept.
it's playing with different rules. It's definitely cheating because you get punished for being a good person and playing by
Yeah.
the rules.
Very true.
So here are my choices. We already discussed them. Number 6, Aaron Rodgers.
Wonderful choice.
Couldn't put him up higher because, well, you'll see with some of my other choices.
Some slime balls coming up.
Oh, the slimiest of the balls of slime. Number 5 is O.J. Simpson.
We got a lot of votes for OJ, obviously, from our
I mean-
crowdsourcing.
God rest his soul. And God rest his soul. He's down in hell. again, another one that I really liked as a kid because he was in the Naked Gun franchise.
Oh, I love those movies.
One loved O.J. Simpson until we realized what a horrible human being he was. And so I went to grad school, and one of the professors there was a psychology consultant for the O.J. Simpson trial.
Huh.
And his name's Gary Wells, and he was a witness consultant for that trial for the defense. And he said everyone knew he was guilty.
Wow.
Defense, but the LA Police Department did so many things wrong that they needed to basically win so they could say this is not okay. So you can have both conflicting truths, right? One, he's guilty, and the police did so many things wrong that you can't really be justified in convicting someone if the police was bad.
Interesting.
So that was their rationale in the defense, why they felt it was okay to defend this alleged murderer.
Because they're not really defending him as much as they're defending the need for correct procedures.
For broader systemic change. Yeah. Anyway.
Did he get to touch the glove?
I don't know.
If he had a selfie with the glove, that'd be great.
I mean, the fact that OJ wrote a book, like, what was it called? Like, If I Had Done It or something like
so,
that.
yeah.
Oh, come on, this guy. What a horrible human being. And as far as murders go, like stabbing, you have to really be okay with violence. Like you're right there doing that to the other person.
I thought you put him in the list because of what a bad race car driver he is. Did you see that time he was driving on? I mean, that was a very slow drive. It didn't follow traffic laws.
Was he driving or was it a driver?
Oh yeah, that's right. He didn't even drive. That's how long it's been. He was just a passenger. You're right.
It was so slow, but yeah, white Broncos. Hard to justify buying one of those in the 90s. Number 4, Aaron Hernandez.
Ooh, man. I'm noticing a theme here.
Yeah, murder. If you murdered someone, you're making my list. So it turns out, he completed suicide in prison, I believe, and clearly had some brain injuries. But the reason he was in prison was for shooting someone. Made him kneel down in the road and shot him in the head. And talk about a horrible thing to do. Awful. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Great at catching a football though. Number 3, Oscar Pistorius. Do you know this one?
Another murderer. Wow, yeah. Dan.
Well, I don't like.
It's sad that you have so many murderers to choose from, isn't it?
Why would I hate them? They're just misunderstood. This is the guy. Was he in the Olympics or is it the Paralympics? I know he's definitely in the Paralympics.
Yeah.
But did they call him Blade Runner or something like that?
I think so. Yes.
Blades, and he was really fast from South Africa. And then he shot his girlfriend and killed her. And if you followed anything about him, he's a jerk.
Yeah.
He's not.
And also had a really, really lame attempt at trying to get off.
Yeah.
Innocent on it too.
Yeah. So I think he might actually be out on parole. So
if you're listening, please stop.
If you're listening, we live in the state of California.
Yep.
And then number 2 is Bill Lambier.
What a villain.
What a villain. I probably should have put him up higher on my list, not so close to number 1, because yes, I didn't like him. But now that he's old and out of basketball, he was just doing what he had to do. And yes, it bothered me as him and the Detroit Pistons were beating the Bulls every year. But I don't know. I guess I appreciate
the role he needed to play.
So I'm putting him on the list out of respect.
Okay.
Above the murderers on my list.
That's saying something.
And above Aaron Rodgers. And then number 1, the most hated athlete, the guy I really probably dislike the most is Lance Armstrong.
Yes. Excellent choice.
I've never heard or read anything positive about his personality. seems like everything about him is narcissistic, from what other third person accounts, people have met him, and of course, lying about his abilities and the fact that he was cheating for years and years and years while promoting this like live strong, healthy lifestyle as you're cheating. That's a level of hypocrisy that you almost you don't see in sports very often.
Another person that betrayed their country. We had a lot of pride in this sport that was non-existent to us until him.
Yeah.
Now, I hate to go off tangent a little bit, but narcissism in exceptional athletes.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Have you seen the Jordan documentary?
Oh, yeah. Love it.
Yeah, I did too. Maybe appreciate him a lot more. But can you be the GOAT? Well, I mean, I'm not calling Lance Armstrong GOAT, but for a while with juicing, he was.
Oh, yeah.
Can you be the best of all time in your sport without being a jerk? Or is that part of the drive?
You can without being a jerk, but you probably can't without a personality trait. I'm going to call this is an old term, but healthy narcissism. And what it is it's a type of grandiosity where you really believe in yourself. You just think you're wonderful. And in and of itself, that's not necessarily bad. But when you start getting other aspects of narcissism, like being antagonistic, comparing yourself to others, putting other people down, the vulnerable aspects of being hypersensitive to criticism and like that sort of thing, that's why the people on the list are hated. And I think that's where people like Lance Armstrong and Oscar Pistorius and O.J. Simpson, they've got those other aspects which are not just like a really healthy self-esteem sort of thing.
Gotcha. So you do have to have that kind of ultra confidence to get there, but then these people are taking it too far.
Well, I think it's both. I think they need it to get there, and once they are there, they're getting reinforced so much about how wonderful they are. If you don't believe it, you're living in this state of dissonance where everyone says you're wonderful and you feel like crap, and then that makes it worse for you. So I think they end up, in some ways, it's not inaccurate, right? So if you're Michael Jordan and you believe I'm the best basketball player in the world, if you or I think that's weird and narcissistic. If he thinks that, it's actually kind of accurate.
And then the millions of people reinforce that by telling him that.
By telling him that, if he thinks, oh, because I'm so good at basketball, I'm also an expert on COVID-19 and vaccinations. Yeah, that's narcissism because that's not what you're getting reinforced for, Aaron Rodgers.
I hope that we don't get overly reinforced by how good this podcast is.
Oh, I've been worrying about that since we dropped the first one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of sleepless nights for me.
But it won't be narcissism, Eric. It'll just be accuracy.
True. So, be sure to let us know how great we are.
Yeah.
Speaking of great, one of our listeners put the greatest candy bar of all time, a Ferrero Rocher, on my doorstep a few days ago.
I love that.
It hit the bottom of my trash can with a very confident thud.
You have my address, and you can mail those.
I couldn't fit them in with all the yellow Laffy Taffies I sent you.
Oh, fair enough. Dan, my wife found Ferrero Rocher in the trunk of her car. And it had been sitting there for 6 months, and she brought it in, and our family devoured them. They had been melted and hardened and melted and hardened probably 50 times, and we still ate them.
I don't know what to say other than I'm going to go vomit in the trash can. The same trash can I threw the Ferrero Rocher in.
Sounds good. You can still mail them. They'll be delicious. All right. Well, why don't we transition and start talking a little bit more about pizza and that sort of thing. And let's welcome your friend, Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hello, guys. Dan, Eric, thank you guys for having me on today. It's a fine day.
Now, Brian, you're not here just because you're a fine gentleman, but also because you are, if correct me if I'm wrong, the director of the United States pizza team.
Yes. Yeah, right there.
Okay, good.
Wow.
And yeah, very cool. And just because anyone that probably knows us and is listening to this probably won't believe that you really are the U.S. director, the director of the U.S. pizza team. We just kind of confirm that you really are, and we're not just making this up.
This is, yeah, it's a thing. USPizzateam.com.
So-
Absolutely.
And for all the ignorant jerks out there who doubt that there is a pizza team, maybe you could tell us what it is. Not for us, but for all the ignorant jerks,
All the other people.
you know,
All the other
losers-
jerks, I got
the losers and scabs, weebs out there who don't know what the pizza team is.
Well, I don't think they're ignorant jerks because they are in the masses. Honestly, it's a very well hidden secret that we are trying to actually get out there, the word out to the masses. So I really appreciate the platform here to do that. We are a group of pizziolo from across the nation, all across the country, actually. You know, from California out to New York and Florida, all, you know, I'm not going to list all the states. That's just silly. But we do culinary competitions and acrobatic competitions, athletic competitions like largest dough stretch, fastest pizza maker, fastest box folder, and freestyle acrobatics, which is like it's like cocktail with pizza spinning. It's like flair bartending, but they're chucking pizza doughs between their legs and behind their back and all that jazz to like today's popular music. You know, they pick a 3-minute routine and they just go at it. It's insane.
Are there any moves that the lay public would be surprised that someone can do?
Yeah. I mean, just I tell you what, just the spinning it on one finger.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can't do that. I don't know why. There's like, oh, but you have to make the dough move around the finger, or the finger doesn't move the dough moves the finger. I'm like, whatever, dude. But there's one move I love, and they chuck the dough way up in the air and they stand like this, and then it rolls down their shoulder.
Whoa.
And it's almost like 90s hairdo, you know, the higher the bangs, the cooler you were. The higher they can get that dough chucked up in the air, you know, it's impressive. I mean, basically, you know, they're doing it from across. They'll throw 2 doughs, you know, across the shoulder at the same time and catch them. And there's some guys from Japan too, some competitors that just, when they're dancing, I hate to say that I told my guy on my team, my spinner, that my favorite guy is Takumi Takakawa from Japan. He's a champ.
Takumi Takakawa.
Yeah, he's really good. But Jamie Culleton he's just as good. He's our champ down in Florida. Actually, that's who I told you to go see, Eric. The No Slice House, Jamie Culleton.
I can't wait.
So,
In Safety Harbor. Now, I saw
absolutely.
a video of your team in Italy in the World Pizza Championships this year. Congratulations, you did really well. And I saw some of the pizza spinning, but I also saw a lot of the pizza categories, the baking, and it's way beyond the pepperoni pizza I'm buying for Pizza Hut. There's a lot of categories I didn't understand. Can you throw us a couple of the pizza categories that you guys are competing in?
Yeah, over there. So gluten-free is one that jumped on the scene. I say jumped on the scene. It's been around for quite a while, but that one's you know, a lot of people. Yeah, it's out there. It's there to stay. The main one we do is Class Go, which is kind of like a non-traditional. It's anything goes, but you can't cook it in a pan. It has to be cooked on the stone or on a screen, but don't cook it on a screen. They don't like that. It's got to be cooked on the stone. But because then they also have a pan division. It's pizza integlia. It means pizza in the pan. And that's not like your Chicago style deep dish pan. Typically, it's like a large flat. It's like a Roman style. You might get a Sicilian or a grandma. Our guys were fond of bringing Detroits over there. For the last 3 or 4 years, they've kind of introduced that section of Italy to the Detroit pizza and all those judges. So we're very proud of kind of, I told them early on, I'm like, I can't believe you're never going to win with the Detroit, but man, they did pretty well. They proved me wrong. And they said, we're going to keep doing it. They'll get it one day.
The Detroit
but they also
really, really trendy right now. Like we got 2 new Detroit places in our town just within the last 6 months.
Yeah, it's been doing well for quite a while now, so it's not slowing down.
Now, Dan, the first time I learned that Brian was a big man on campus in the pizza scene was a couple years ago. I happened to be watching television and saw him on TV. Dan, do you remember the movie Dodgeball?
Yes.
And they made up the ESPN Ocho.
Yes.
Well, they then ESPN, I don't know if you knew, wound up about once a year making the Ocho, and they show rare sports on TV. I was watching. I love it and watch every minute of it. I was watching a pizza competition on the Ocho, and I could not believe my eyes. I'm like, I know that guy. He was the official judging and running emceeing the entire competition, and I'm like, that's Brian Hernandez.
Nice.
And I've been in awe of his pizza skills ever since. But so I think it's cool that he's the director of the USA Pizza team, but I think it may be even more cool that he's been on the Ocho. I love it. Now, Brian, the reason this is fascinating stuff. Thank you for sharing all this with you. But we also need your expertise in either praising our own choices or ripping us into shreds, because Dan and I on this podcast rank our favorite things. And so we brought in your expertise because now we're going to be ranking the very, very best specialty pizzas. And it was a tough one. We also crowdsourced. So we asked the world, what is your favorite specialty pizza? And it's easy to slip into here's my favorite topping pizza, or here's my favorite restaurant pizza. But we were looking for, on the specialty menu, what is the 6 best specialty pizzas? So listen to our 6 and feel free to tell us how right or wrong we are, please.
Gotcha.
All right. So are you going first, Eric, or am I going?
I want to rock it first because I have a question in my mind too, to be expert.
Good. Okay.
All right. The 6th best specialty pizza, obviously, is barbecue chicken.
Wow.
It's yes. We're starting off with, I grew up with just sausage and pepperoni on pizza, but chicken has its place on a pizza, and barbecue chicken is the 6th best specialty pizza that there is. The 5th best is
well, you're not going to get by that.
No, it's a fact. That's the 6th best one.
So are these chicken breasts or are these chicken thighs? Because that matters.
You have to ask the specialty pizza people. I don't have to know. I think they're probably McDonald's nuggets that are just cut up into smaller pieces.
Oh, okay. Then you can leave it on because it's
Thank you.
Really quality. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And expensive now too, because McDonald's.
Yeah. Okay. So barbecue chicken.
Hold on to that chicken because we might be circling back to it in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
The 5th best, obviously, in the whole entire world is meat lovers, because meat. You got all the meats in the world. It's a little awkward to eat though. The only concession why I didn't rank higher is I feel like it doesn't cook well because there's so many meats with so much oils on there that I feel like it gets a little sloppy. But Meat Lovers Pizza, the 5th best pizza in the entire world.
I can't disagree. I have that on mine as well.
Yes. Thank you. The 4th best specialty pizza of all time is buffalo chicken. Well, how can you improve on barbecue chicken? Get rid of the barbecue. Bring in one of the best sauces on the entire planet, buffalo chicken pizza.
Okay,
Excellent.
so you really like chicken. That's what I'm hearing.
Apparently, I didn't realize that until I started ranking pizzas.
Is chicken like coconut for you? Like you want chicken in all your meals and coconut in all your desserts?
I believe so, or vice versa. If they had a coconut pizza, I would definitely eat it.
Okay, I bet they do. Someone's made it.
Yes. The 3rd best pizza of all time in specialty pizzas is pickle pizza. Pickle pizza is one of my new favorites. Love pickle pizza. I've had the opportunity to eat at a couple different places, and it's fabulous. It is for some reason, I guess that's going to be very divisive. I'm sure if you don't like pickles, you're obviously not going to like a pickle pizza. But if you're on the fence, you got to try a pickle pizza.
Is this something that you found at a county fair or state fair or something like it? Seems like
it was first brought to me at the state fair, yes. But I've had it at a few places since, mostly other state fairs. But still,
all right,
pickle pizza, delicious. Brian, any exposure to pickle pizza on your app? Delicious. See,
I'm taking notes and keeping my thoughts. But yes, pickle. I don't know if everybody caught my nod of approval when it was initially said pickle pizza.
Good. Now, we're going to keep people on the fence and either loving or hating me. Obviously, we all know where this is going. Hawaiian pizza, the second best specialty pizza of all time. And just like probably the same people that like Almond Joys, like me, probably also like Hawaiian pizza. The argument of should fruit be on a pizza is ridiculous. Especially if you consider that if you're one of those people that thinks that tomato is a fruit, then you have to admit that any fruit could be on there. And Hawaiian pizza is incredible. I like it with a variety of different meats. I think ham is definitely the traditional, but bacon and bacon pineapple works, and pepperoni and pineapple works too. But the pineapple seals the deal. Pineapple pizza for sure.
It does get a little bit of that acid flavor on the pizza,
Yeah,
which is nice.
I'm glad you're on Team Hawaiian on this one. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then my number one pizza, this is the main reason I want Brian here, because I don't understand. I've eaten it. I've loved it. I dream about it, but I don't understand what it is. Back in the day, I used to live in Joliet, Illinois. Samino's Pizza had something called the white pizza.
Isn't that just,
and it wasn't Alfredo.
Isn't it just Totino's?
It was Totino's. No, it was Samino's.
Oh, not
pizza,
pizza that white people eat.
And it was incredible. I don't remember what it was, but I remember loving it. Brian, what is a white pizza?
I still love Totino's, by the way. It just made it smaller and more expensive. It just sucks.
If they're still crispy.
You just put two on top and make a sandwich, dude. It's a killer, especially late night food on Purdue campus. Eric knows what I'm talking about.
Big time.
So the white pizza might be something, and I might refer to Pizza X in Bloomington a couple times on this, because that's kind of where my pizza, general pizza, their white pizza was like a garlic sauce. Okay. So a white pizza could just be olive oil and minced garlic, diced garlic, shaved garlic, something like that. A lot of times it'll be shaved. It could be roasted garlic too. Doesn't always have to be a white sauce, like Alfredo being white. That could very well be what it is. That's really kind of the only other version of the white pie that I can think of off the top of my head right now. It's the same with deep dish and stuffed. The difference between that, it's, the lay person.
Yeah.
You normies out there, sometimes you say the wrong thing and you're talking about this thing over here. But
right.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of it's a toss up. I mean, I got notes on that specific kind of, definitive question on what is this specialty pizza on several of these ones that you put up here. But, and I can address those now or later or after Dan's given his, however you want to do it.
Dan, I think since we have an expert, I want you to do yours, and then Brian will announce that I'm the winner.
Here we go. Number 6, the margarita pizza. And I have never bought this pizza, but my wife likes it, and I will always take a slice of hers. And every time I think, oh my gosh, this is just like a perfect proportioned pizza. I should order this next time. And then whenever I get to ordering, I'm like, oh, there's not enough toppings. I can't do it.
It is the tricky part, isn't it?
It's the tricky part. So that's number 6. Number 5, I'm going with Hawaiian as well. I do like all of the combinations of salty and sweet and sort of a little bit of the acid from the pineapple. I prefer mine with bacon, really well cooked bacon. And I will either throw banana peppers or hot peppers as well, because I like a little bit of spice. I like all of the flavors. And then my number 4 is Chicago deep dish toppings, whether it's on a deep dish pizza or tavern style. But so sausage, onions, peppers, mushrooms, olives, if that's probably taking me off the Chicago, but olives I like.
Lou Malnati is turning in his grave right now.
He's angry.
Oh.
Yeah, they have very strong opinions, some of them. And then number 3 is they would not like a Hawaiian Chicago style pizza. That's like, and then number 3 is sausage and garlic. I first had this pizza in high school. A friend recommended it. I'm like, what's so great about this? But they go so well together. I love garlic. Number 2, I put meat lovers because I want to die young. And then number 1, this is all about mouthfeel. And
mouthfeel.
Exquisite mouthfeel. And in my normal life, I like smaller gatherings, but in my mouth, I like a party. And that is why, don't ever quote me on that. And that is why number one, I put garbage pizza because of all of the
What is a garbage pizza?
That is, they literally throw as much of every topping as they can. And it's probably horribly hard to bake because
Yeah.
it's wet. But I don't know. It feels right.
All right, Brian, you've heard my wonderful, perfect 6 list and Dan's adequate effort. Let us know our thoughts on both lists, please.
Well, I like pizza in general. It's hard to pick a favorite because it's, when people ask me what my favorite is, I love them all for different reasons. Eric, you seem to kind of pick a lot of styles. Dan, you seem to kind of pick what you like, which is, who's to say it's not a style? In fact, we're having that argument on our podcast right now, Peel, a pizza podcast. I like the stuff you got on there. The pickle pizza, that I actually got a pizza on the menu from at Pizza X right before I left. My staff, we came up with one of the staff, my employees, her mom would make homemade pickles, and we decided to put them on a pizza. Made something basically bacon barbecue pizza. Very much tasted like a Rally's cheeseburger. It was great. A couple years later, they called me back. Hey, can we use that recipe? And I'm like, you laughed at me when I pitched it to all of you GMs. Just put my name on it. Still did not. But that's just to illustrate that it's been around for that long. And I think I was just, getting on because I turned around a couple months later and saw like Pizza Hut or somebody put pickles on the pizza. White pizza, that's your favorite, but you didn't know what it was.
I lose a little credit for that, don't I?
So what do you consider the white pizza? What made that your favorite?
I see. It was so long ago. I just remember it being just glorious. Every time we went to this place, I had to have it. And I think you might be right. I think it really was in its simplicity. I think it was just probably some olive oil and cheese, and just a nice combination.
Were you young, or was it?
I was in my 20s. Yes.
Okay.
Did someone kiss you at this place there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say pizza gives a lot of memories, but it imparts to what's going on around it.
They had a lot of beers on tap there too.
Nice.
Does that help?
No, a lot of pizza places do. But then, well, it does help actually. Yeah, I like that Eric included buffalo chicken. And chicken is a good one. It's a light protein. It's something that can soak up the flavor better than like a hamburger. It lends itself to be, that blank canvas because everything tastes like chicken. If you start adding beef, it's got a beef flavor.
Mm-hmm.
But I love doing and people are gonna hate that I like ranch too. I do. I used to hate it, and I don't know what happened. But Switchfoot Pizza X Ranch, it's like crack. I swear to God, it changed it for me.
I feel like I could talk about pizza for hours, but before we move on to our next topic and say goodbye to Brian, I did want to tell you, Dan, about a fun story from our childhood. Brian and I were in acting class together.
Oh,
and we had to make a movie. So we spent several days making a Star Wars comedy, and it was just the two of us, when I remember. And we filmed the Star Wars comedy. We played all the parts. We were very, very proud of our writing and our acting abilities. I thought we did an amazing job. We happened to throw in just one random scene where we used my old Star Wars action figures, and we did like a stop motion scene. And then we turned in the product. And then sat back and waited for the lauding from our teacher. He watched the video, sat there quietly for a minute, and goes, "I would have liked to have seen if it's just the live action with the action figures. Is really what I would have liked to have seen from you guys." And it hurt so bad because we had done, I thought, such a good job making this whole movie, and the only thing he liked was the only minute of the movie where we were not in it.
Yeah, that's rough.
I think there was more of that. We did a sequel somewhere, I think.
Oh, the sequel. I hope so.
I'm pretty sure there was more of it in there. I got another Micro Machine Darth Vader face that had like the, pop or the dustbin inside. So like basically, I don't know. It was worse than the first. First one was pretty good.
I thought so. Brian, we thank you so much for giving your precious time and your expertise. We had a lot of fun talking about pizza with you.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right.
See ya.
Take care.
Dan, this was an exceptional podcast, if I do say so myself. Thank you to Brian Hernandez for joining us, and thank you to Dan for all of your wonderful insight. Dan, guess what we're talking about next episode?
I don't know. Let's find out.
We are going to talk about the best movie soundtracks, the best breakfast cereals.
Okay.
And this is a great idea, Dan. Thank you very much. The best Nintendo game.
Old school.
Not Super Nintendo,
Right.
not Nintendo 64,
No.
not Wii,
No.
not Switch.
No.
Old school.
Wait. Wii University?
Oh,
No.
nope, not Wii University either.
So 8-bit Nintendo game.
8-bit Nintendo games. What are the best? That's going to be a fun one.
Okay.
Thank
Sounds
you,
great.
listeners. Be sure to let us know how great we did, and we'll see you very soon.
Bye.
The
Bye.
memories. The memories.